This week in Atlanta, at Morehouse's commencement, billionaire Robert A. Smith announced that he will pay off the student loan debt for the entire 2019 class. Now, Smith is addressing a very real problem. Between student loan debt and the rising cost of college, many students are struggling to make ends meet. There's actually a new study from Temple University that found 45% of students surveyed could not actually afford meals. That's tens of thousands of students who can't afford groceries, let alone their loan payments. NBC's Jacob Soboroff met up with some of them.
Now on the campus of UC Irvine in Southern California, these are all students that are lined up, but they're not lined up for class. They're lined up to get into this food pantry.
Anything that you see here, you as well can help yourselves too.
Here, they offer free food to students who can't otherwise afford it.
What kind of stuff did you pick out today?
Pasta, almond milk, things for sandwiches.
And this will last you the week?
I think so. We can make it stretch.
A lot of my money is for rent, and I don't have enough money for grocery shopping sometimes.
You don't have enough money to shop for food?
Sometimes.
Do you work?
I work part-time.
And so a part-time job plus being in school is not enough to pay for food and rent?
Yeah.
And so something like this, what does it mean to you to be able to come here and get this?
It means so much, but just even the energy inside and the staff here, it just means so much. Like, yeah.
Everybody's so friendly.
Yeah.
It makes you emotional.
Yeah, it does. It does. Don't do that. Yeah.
It sounds to me like the students that are being served here are not coming here for any other reason than they are working their butts off, and this is their last hope.
Definitely, this is not an issue of personal responsibility. About 48% of our undergraduate students have self-reported to having experienced food insecurity in the past year.
So we wanted to take a look at how big the mountain of debt actually is. We brought in NBC's Ali Velshi to help us crunch all those numbers.
In recent years, millennials have run up some serious debt. If you're part of that generation, this may not be breaking news to you. A new report from the New York Federal Reserve says Americans aged 19 to 29 have now accumulated a little more than $1 trillion in outstanding debt. Now, the last time we saw a number that high was back in 2007, when the financial crisis was about to hit. Student loans play a huge role here, surpassing all mortgage, auto, and credit card debt that millennials are running up. Even when you look across all age groups, student loan debt has grown at the fastest rate over the last 10 years compared to other debt. Over 44 million Americans now have an average student loan balance of more than $32,000. The amount of student debt is ballooning because young Americans seriously value higher education. They see a college degree as an even more important milestone than getting married or landing a full-time job. Let's be clear about one thing, though. Debt isn't necessarily a bad thing if you can actually pay it off. Right now, just over 11% of all outstanding student debt is delinquent, meaning a payment hasn't been made in over 90 days. That's almost double the delinquency rate before the last recession. We want that number to be lower because it suggests that people are actually keeping up with their loan payments. With all of these dire-looking numbers and the rising cost of tuition, sometimes you can't help wondering if college is worth running up all that debt. That's probably a debate for another time. Either way, chew on this. Studies show that people who have college degrees continue to earn more money than people who don't.